All right, good evening and live from Danville High School here on a rainy Friday night, but it's Friday night basketball. It's Division 4 versus Division 3 here tonight from, pretty much packed house, a very loud house, always good when coming up to Danville, between the number 3 ranked Danville Indians. They're number 3 in Division 4, coming in with a record of 9-5, taking on the number 13 ranked team in Division 3, the 2-10 Winooski Spartans. And like I said, Danville coming off a big win against Northfield back on the 11th. Big 59-36 victory in that game. And these two schools did meet back on the 25th of January when it was in Winooski, and Danville came up big winners in that one, 52-30. It's been an up and down mid-part of the season for Danville. They had a nice about 5-game winning streak coming on early on in the season, but they've been basically up and down pretty much most of the season. But the thing about Danville is, even though they're a Division 3 school, or Division 4 school, they do end up playing a mostly Division 3 schedule, and actually only 4 of their 5 losses had been to Division 3 schools, and the one Division 4 loss was a very tough squeaker against their rival Twinfield, 59-56, which it always seems when Twinfield and Danville seem to play, it's always a good game, and this was no different. But of course, they will probably be playing each other, could be playing each other at the odd. That wouldn't surprise me. That's happened a number of times. Meanwhile, Winooski, like I said, coming in with a record of 2-10. They had a rocky start, but they're coming off a win against Richford, 63-49. Even though they are a Division 3 school, they play a whole slew of teams. They play Division 2, Division 3, and Division 4 schools. Mostly they keep around on the western half of the state, so they have got a bit of a long drive here back as the snow, this rain will change over to snow as time goes on. But this is the first time we've seen Danville this year. They're coming off a trip to the odd back last year, and they're looking to come back, and they were in the state championship game, but they ended up losing that. But they're looking to get back on the winning track and get back here to get back to the odd I like to call it the spiritual home of the high school basketball in Vermont. As right now, if you can't hear, they're playing basketball. The Curtis Blow rap, so you gotta love that. And now let's take a look at the starters here let's take a look at the starters for the Winooski Spartans, brought to you by Lyndonville Agway. Lyndonville Agway knows winter has its challenges and has just what you need. Pick up your pet safe ice melt to keep your walkways safe, plus snow shovels and roof rakes. And don't forget the sleds and snow discs for the kids as well. All winter long, be sure to shop at Lyndonville Agway, exit 23, off of I-91 in downtown Lyndonville, Vermont. Taking a look at the starters for the Winooski Spartans under head coach Sam Jackson. Spoke with him before the game. Nice guy. Coming at that number 10, a 5'8" junior, Ibdariaman Dudea. And I knew I'd have fun with these names, but Dudea is a junior. He's 5'8". Also coming in at a senior, 5'11", same first name, same last name, Mayoj. And also number 22, a freshman, a 5'8" freshman, Sharias McIver, and a 6'1" senior, Motes Ibrahim. He's a big boy. And also at the other 6'1" spot, a sophomore, Max Gordon. He did play some time. He's going to be tired because he played some time in the JV game earlier on tonight. So going to be a battle of some big boys, because they're right now bringing in 2 6'1" players, and Danville doesn't have much in the way of height, but they do have the ability to shoot from outside. Taking a look at the Danville Indians, and their starting lineups are brought to you today by Wells River Chevrolet. It's time to drive the all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado at Wells River Chevrolet. It's bigger, stronger, and lighter than the previous generation with more choices for the capabilities that you need. If you love trucks, it's time to test drive the all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado at Wells River Chevrolet, exit 17 off of I-91 in downtown Wells River, Vermont. You can see their inventory, new and pre-owned, by going online 24/7, 365 days a year at wellsriverchevy.com. And here are the starting lineups for the Danville Indians. At guard, a junior, number 0, Ian Steele. A senior guard, number 13, Tim White. At forward, number 21, a senior, Garrett Sinclair. At the guard, another senior, number 22, Cole Bellevue. And the fan favorite, a senior captain at center, number 55, Tito Chamul. And we're just about ready to have our national anthem here from Danville as we get ready for the opening tip, as we now stand for our national anthem. All right, without formalities, it's 23 and 24. Okay, 23 is 24 is one of the coaches come in for me, just informed me. One of the nice things that the coaching staff does here, they just informed me that number 23 is actually 24. So Ibrahim comes in at 24. So always nice. Thanks a lot, Coach. But with all the formalities aside, we're just about ready for the opening tip-off between the Danville Indians and the Winooski Spartans. The tip-off is brought to you by Twin State Ford. Before you buy your next car, truck, or SUV, stop by Twin State Ford. The lot is filled with great deals, and this is the time to buy, because at Twin State Ford, they know price matters. Danville going from left to right, or from the little numbers to the big numbers across your radio dial, wearing their home whites with the green trim. Winooski going from right to left, or from the big numbers to the little numbers across your radio dial, wearing their road greens with the white trim. Steele doing the honors for the opening tip for Danville, and it will be Miage with the opening tip. The tip goes out of bounds, and it will be Danville ball. Miage won the tip, but it will be Danville ball. It'll be Bellevue. He inbounds it to White. White comes across the timeline as he sets up. He's guarded at the top. He goes to the right-hand side, tipped around, but coming back to cover once again is Sinclair. Goes to the left-hand side now for White. White tries to drive inside the lane. Takes a nice pass to Chamul. Chamul down low, puts it up, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the foul is on number 22, McIver. And that'll be his first, team's first. Is immediately going to the line to shoot 2 will be Tito Chamul. First shot right-handed's up and good. Rolls right in. First shot is up and good by Tito Chamul, the fan favorite. And waiting on the second shot from Chamul is up right-handed and good. 2-0 Danville leads early on here. And look at the inbound. They do get the inbound pass to McIver. McIver comes across the timeline. He's guarded tight by White. dribbles over to the right-hand side, lost the handle to it, but gets it back. Goes over to the right-hand side for Gordon. Gordon back outside for Miage. Miage looks to drive inside. He slides a little bit, but they don't call travel. Tries to do a hook shot in the paint. No good. Rebound pulled down by Bellevue. Bellevue hands it up for White. White drives inside and gets the foul. Excuse me, that was Sinclair who drove in on that. Good play by Sinclair. And the foul is on McIver again. That's his. No, it's good. They're going to call that one on 13. That'd be Miage. Looks like he went too, but it'll be going to the basket for the traditional three-point play. Is Sinclair. Left-handed shot. Give it up for the lefty. No good. Rebound pulled down by Winooski. And it was coming across the timeline as Miage goes over the left-hand side for Dudea. Dudea back outside for Miage. Goes over to the right-hand side for McIver. McIver holds. McIver over to the far right side for Gordon. Gordon looks. He hands it back outside for McIver. McIver holds. Now longs for a long three. Way off the mark. And Steele pulls down the rebound. Steele. Long headman pass up for White. Back for Belleville. Belleville running one-hander. No good. And rebound pulled down by Winooski. Winooski comes up for Miage. Miage comes across the timeline. Tries to drive inside. Pops from the corner. No good off the iron. Chamul pulls down the rebound for Danville. He headmans it up for White. White tries to drive. Running one-hander. Off too hard off the backboard. But Steele is there to get the rebound and puts it up. And in. 6-0 Danville leads. As it's going to be coming across the time, slowly coming across the timeline is McIver. McIver sets up. He goes over to the right-hand side for Miage. Miage tries to drive in the lane, running one-hander through the trees, and he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. And let's see what the call is here. And the foul is on number 13. That's Tim White. That's his first, team's first. And going to the line to shoot two will be Miage. Here with the two first names. 6:12 left in the first. And right-handed shot is up and good. Nice touch. 6-1. We're just underway here in the first quarter. Very fast-paced game here today. Talk about the JV game earlier. That was a spirited affair. Right-handed shot is up and good. 6-2. Danville leads as it'll be inbound to White. White comes across the timeline, sets up right at the circles. He's guarded tight by McIver. Now dribbling over to the right-hand side is White. Directs traffic. Go over to Steele on that right side. Steele, crossover move off the screen. Tries to drive inside, back outside for Sinclair. Sinclair drives in, but can't get it. Back outside to Steele. Steele fakes the three. Drives in, takes a shot from the foul line. Good! Nice touch by Steele. 8-2. Now it's going to be coming across the timeline is McIver. McIver drives over to the corner. Lost the handle to it, but gets it before. No, he stepped on the line. And that'll be Danville ball. Another unforced error for Winooski. And it'll be Bellevue looking to inbound on that far side, right in front of the Danville Den, they call it now. It's the student body section off on the far left side. And it'll be coming across the timeline is White. White guarded hard by McIver. McIver gets a handle to it. It's going to be picked up by Gordon. Gordon headmans it up, and he's going to get it for McCain. Intercepted by Chamul. Now gets it to Steele. Steele for Danville. Back outside for White. White for three. Off to good. Tim White for three. And Coach Jackson is going to call a timeout here with 5:09 left in the first quarter. It's Danville 10 and Winooski 2. To let you know, this game is brought to you by Quick Lane Tire and Auto. Quick Lane Tire and Auto is the place to go for all your car service needs. They always have super deals on preventative maintenance and a low price guarantee on all the tires they sell. Life is better in the Quick Lane. We'll definitely try to keep you up to date on some of the out-of-town scores around the state. Right now, Burlington in boys hoops leads Spalding. They're in the first quarter, 14-9. And Pulteney leads in their game, 37-20. And at the half, in boys basketball, it's Hartford over Winooski, Woodstock, I stand corrected, 29-24. And Sean Bean right now leads all scorers with 17 in that game. And right now it'll be Winooski ball, as getting it is McIver. McIver is going to Jog across the center stripe. Stops right just as he gets over to the left-hand side for Gordon. Long three-point shot. Good! That was Ibrahim, Ibrahim with the three-pointer. And now it's going to be White. Comes across the timeline. Gets it over to Bellevue. Bellevue inside for Chamul. Has it intercepted, but getting it back is Chamul. Nice backdoor pass for White. He tried to do the underhand layup, and he is fouled down low. And the foul's on 13. That's Mayaj. She has 2 fouls. Team's 4th. And going to the line to shoot 2 will be Tim White. And coming up for the first shot. The right-handed shot is up and good. And waiting on the second shot from White. Dribbles it a couple times. Right-handed shot is up and good. Rolled around a little bit, but it went in. 12-5. Danville leads this one as coming across the timeline is McIver. McIver stays at the circles, goes over to the right-hand side, trying to get it as Mayaj. He does, loads the handle to it, but intercepted by Chamul. Chamul's going to run the floor with it. He stops, and the loose ball, and coming up with it. A little bit sloppy there by Danville. Now coming up with it is Mayaj. Mayaj tries to drive, pops from the corner, way off the mark, and a rebound pulled down by Danville. Long pass up for White. And White stops at the far left side, gets it to Bellevue. Bellevue for Steele. Steele with a man in his face, goes for 3, no good off the iron. And rebound pulled down by Ibrahim. Ibrahim hands it out for McIver across the center stripe. Now Ibrahim tries to drive inside, and he drives, and the shot is up and good, but they're not going to count it. He was fouled before the shot. And it will be... the foul is on Sinclair. That'll be his first. And checking in for Chamul for Danville is number 11, Aaron Goodwin, a junior. Will be inbound. And it's going to be picked up. And getting it is Mayaj. Mayaj stands outside the circles. Dribbles over to his right. Now tries to drive inside. Nice running underhand. No good. Rebound pulled down by Danville, coming up with a long pass and laid it in on the reverse layup for White. Tim White's been on fire. He has 7 points right now, 14-5. Danville leads by 9 with 3:35 left in the first. McIver goes over to the right-hand side for Dudea. Dudea now holds. Dudea now over for Gordon. Gordon, the sophomore, back outside for Ibrahim. Ibrahim looks to drive in the paint. Back outside for Gordon. Gordon from the foul line. No good. Rebound pulled down by Steele. Steele now comes across the timeline. Settles at the circles. Crossover move. Gets it over for Bellevue, who lays it up. No good off the iron. No good. Rebound pulled down by Ibrahim. Ibrahim. Long pass and Steele. That's Bellevue comes way out of nowhere and tips the ball out of bounds. But boy, he came way out of nowhere. It looked like it was a great pass. Tried to find Dudea down underneath. And it's going to be inbound. And they inbound the ball over to Ibrahim. Ibrahim from the corner off the iron, and Steele pulls down the rebound. Long pass up for Sinclair. Sinclair runs underneath, and White is there to get the rebound and lay it right in. Oh, Tim White, a man on fire right now for Danville. They lead by 11, 16-5. And now coming across the timeline is McIver. McIver tries to drive around and try to break the screen, and that's going to be an offensive foul off the running screen, and that'll be on Ibrahim. That'll be his first. And checking in will be number 5, Saladin Mayaj, and sitting down will be McIver. So we got 2 Mayajes, both brothers. This one, Saladi, is only a sophomore, 5'7" sophomore. It'll be Steele inbounding it to White. White comes across the timeline. One of the tri-captains in for Chamul. One of the other captains. Chamul back outside for Steele. Steele head fake drives inside, and we're going to get a foul away from the play, and it'll be against Danville. And it's going to be on Goodwin, who just checked in, and he fouled. That's his first, team's 5th. And it's going to be coming across the timeline is the sophomore, Mayaj. That's Saladi. Saladi drives over to the corner, Now back out to his to Ibrahim. Ibrahim from long range. He's getting the shots. He's just not getting. He's getting snake bitten. And Dudea drives inside and intercepted by Chamul. Stripped right out of his hands. Chamul and Elias gets it in for Sinclair over to the corner. Now for Steele from long range. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mayaj. That's Mayaj. Now he hands it off for Ibrahim. Ibrahim dribbles around. Tries to drive inside, back outside for Mayaj. Nice pass, tried to make it, but it's tipped around. Loose ball, and who's going to get it? It's going to be Danville as it was dribbled on the line by Ibrahim. And we're going to get a substitution as sitting down will be Sinclair, and Bellevue checks back into the game for Danville after a rest. 16-5 right now, first quarter with 1:44 left in the first. And White gets the inbounds. He's just going to, rather pedestrian-like, walks across the timeline, sets up at the circles, dribbles over to his right, now back to his left-hand side, and now goes inside to Chamul, who puts it up and in. And now getting the inbounds pass is Saladi Mayaj, and he comes across the timeline, goes left-hand side for Ibrahim. Ibrahim back outside for Mayaj. Mayaj dribbles over to the right now. Now takes it over for his brother Mayaj. Now back outside for Gordon and tries to drive inside, and we're going to get a foul down low, and it's going to go against Danville. And the foul is on Tim White. That's his second, team's sixth. And looking to inbound will be Dudea. And he gets the inbounds into the corner for Ibrahim. Ibrahim from the left side now tries to drive baseline. Fadeaway jumper, no good. And rebound pulled down by Gordon. Gordon posts up. He puts it up and tipped around, no good. Getting the rebound and blocked. Well, Ibrahim got the shot off, but he was on the arm. It's going to be a foul against Danville. And that will go against Goodwin. Boy, he checked in. He gets 2 fouls on him immediately. And we're going to have a substitution for the Indians with 52.2 seconds left in the first. 18-5, and going to the line to shoot 2 will be Ibrahim. And we'll let you know on that substitution in just a moment. Right-handed shot is up and good. And it will be, once again, checking in for Danville will be Sinclair. And taking a seat will be Aaron Goodwin. And coming to the foul line for his second shot is Motez Ibrahim. Right-handed shot is up and good. Boy, nice touch on that foul shot. And Steele is going to get the inbounds pass with 50 seconds left in the first. Steele comes across the timeline over to his right-hand side. Crossover move goes back to the top of the circles for White. White inside for Sinclair. Over to Steele. Back to Sinclair. Sinclair over for White. White on the left-hand side. Back for Sinclair. Sinclair posts up, puts it up, and can't get it. He's fouled down. Oh, he traveled. He was trying to dribble through a whole slew of players, and he kind of dragged his foot when he stopped dribbling, and it's going to be a call of travel. And Coach Jackson is talking with the official. And now coming across is Saladi Mayaj. With 23 seconds left, he's double teamed. Bounce passes it over to the right-hand side for Ibrahim. Ibrahim back inside for Gordon. Gordon now hands it off to Ibrahim. Ibrahim tries for 3, not the iron, no good. Rebound tipped around and loose ball, and who's going to get it? It's going to be a pile, and it's going to be Danville ball. It was his last touch going out of bounds by, looks like that was Ibrahim who was last to touch it. 7 seconds left as one of the trainers comes out and wipes down the court. Several people slid around on the sweaty floor. Now we're going to have a substitution come in, as it will be McIver coming in, and sitting down will be Mayaj, the senior. He's played well. And checking in will be Hussein Murray, a sophomore, a 5'6" sophomore, and sitting down will be Max Gordon. He's got to be tired. He played some JV time. And also coming in will be a freshman, Mahudin Abdi, and sitting down who's Ibrahim, who's limping a little bit. So a wholesale line change for Winooski. And coming across, Steele gets it with 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Steele leaves it up, and the shot is up and can't get it at the buzzer. as the shot was no good, and Bellevue tried to tip it up and in, but 1/4 is in the books, and it's Danville by 11, 18-7. And to let you know, this game is brought to you by Quality Mitsubishi. Quality Mitsubishi is the only car maker that gives you a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and 5 years of roadside assistance. Plus, you'll get 3 years of maintenance at no extra charge. From Quality Mitsubishi, Route 5 in St. Johnsbury. Our score right now is 18-7 right now. Danville leads this one. And out-of-town scoreboard right now, Rice is up on South Burlington 44-41. And Arlington has the first 6 of the fourth quarter, and Poultney still leads by 10 in that game, as we try and keep you up to date on that, some of the out-of-town scoreboards right now. We try and keep you up to date. Poultney right now is up in their game 41-25. Of course, stick around at the half. We'll have as many of the out-of-town scores as we can get you. Of course, NBA is on its NBA All-Star break. Team LeBron. It's good to see. Good to see the Celtics. Kyrie Irving in on Team LeBron. He got drafted by LeBron. Kind of like this team draft thing. I was a little shaky about it in hockey, but I kind of like it in basketball. You get to see some stars better a little bit. Of course, we'll also talk about the NHL and some college games, mostly Ivy League going on right now. We'll keep you up to date on that. It will be Winooski ball. Winooski comes across the timelines. It comes up on Mayage, goes over the left-hand side for Ibrahim. Back outside for Mayage. Mayage driving one-hander. Good on the floater. Nice play to start out the quarter. 9-point lead for Danville. Steele comes over to the left-hand side for Baseman. Over to the corner. Back out to Baseman again. Left-hand side for Steele. Inside for Chamul. Chamul on the baseline. Long pass. Coming up with his Baseman. Now back over the corner. And trying to get the pass well off was Brigham for Danville. And bounced off a Spartan. And it'll go Danville ball. And it'll be Brigham, the freshman, coming in. He's going to get lots of court time. Now Baseman at the circles. He goes over to Steele on that right side. Steele for 3. Got the roll. Ian Steele sets it up for 3. He had a man in his face, too, and he's got a big grin on his face as he comes across on that. And now driving in is Mayage. Mayage turns back around, gets it back to Ibrahim. Ibrahim at the right side now, tries to dribble inside, crossover move, back outside. Now taking a long shot is McIver, and McIver hits the 3. Anything you can do, I can do better. And now it's going to be Steele coming across the timeline. Over for Baseman on that left side. Baseman inside for Chamul at the foul line. Back outside for Steele. Back to Baseman on the left-hand side. In for Chamul, tipped around, but getting it was they're going to be battling for it down low as Bellevue battling for it with Mayage, and it'll be Danville ball on the possession arrow. And checking in for Winooski is Amuri, and checking back in for Danville is Tim White, as Cole Bellevue will be taking a seat. Inbound underneath the basket, gets to Baseman. Baseman back out to the top of the circle. Long three-point shot sent by Steele, and that one was from the parking lot. Boy, they're leaving Steele all alone from the outside, and he is just hitting these trays. 24-12, Danville leads with 6:21 left in the first half. Now back a long cross-court pass over for Ibrahim on that right side. Boy, those scare me. Ibrahim holds, and he dribbles around, and he's going to get it. There's going to be a blocking foul. And that foul will go against Brigham. And checking back in will be the sophomore, Saladi Mayage. And taking a seat will be Amori. They've got a little bit of court time. And now looking to get the pass off is Mayage. That's Mayage, the senior. And he looks to drive inside, and he's underhand, scoop, and no good, tipped around, and Chamul puts it a rebound. He headmans it up, quick, fast break, backhand, putting it, Baseman couldn't get the layup. Oh, and the ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Winooski. Good play there by Saladi Mayaj to tip that. And they're going to inbound to Baseman. Baseman back outside for Steele. Steele, and we're going to get a foul, offensive foul. And they're going to call Baseman on the foul. Jacob Baseman. Good baseball player from what I've heard. Going to see a lot from him in Danville. And hopefully they can make it back for the state championship, another state championship game in Division 4 for baseball. Now goes over to the corner, picked up by Melage. Saladi. Saladi drives inside it. It's blocked by Brigham, and the ball goes out of bounds. Very fast-paced game that Danville plays. I'm so used to seeing St. Johnsbury's slow defensive style. They come back really quick. Long three-point shot attempt by McIver, and getting the rebound is Ibrahim. Ibrahim's going to try for three, and Ibrahim puts up a three. That's his second. Back to a 9-point lead for Danville with 5:27 left. And Winooski sticking around in this one. They're really a scrappy team. Now Baseman goes inside. That's Brigham. Brigham back to Chamul over to the right-hand side for White. White tries for three off the back of the iron. Tipped around and rebound. Pulled down by Gordon. He gets it out for Mayaj. Mayaj over to the corner for his brother Saladi. Saladi drives inside and he's turned back around. He stops. He does a nice offhanded shot, but no good. Rebound pulled down by Baseman. Baseman's pushing it hard. And he gets it over. Over for Steele on the baseline. He puts it up and in. Oh, Steele looking outstanding right now. He's making a run for a possible player of the game here early. Now coming across the timeline is McIver. McIver back to Mayaj. Mayaj back to Gordon. Back to Mayaj. Mayaj for three. Hits the three-pointer. Saladi Mayaj, the sophomore, hits from three. Now Baseman inside for Chamul. Oh, got the pass intercepted. Trying to go run the floor is Mayaj. He head fakes, puts it up, and he's fouled by Snow. He traveled. Oh, the fans don't like. Oh, Coach Jackson is not like that. As he did slide a little bit on that, but he was also fouled on the play. Coach Jackson talking with the referee on this side. It's by 8 right now. Danville leads 26-18 as White comes across the timeline. Bounce passes it over for Bellevue. Bellevue, long pass inside for Steele. A little bit of a bad pass, and it goes out of bounds. It bounced off of Saladi Mayaj's hands, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Danville ball, but Steele's kind of looking at Bellevue. What kind of pass was that? Kind of an off-balance pass. And it's going to be White inbounding it for Steele, and it took too long after the inbounds. Back in for Danville is number 11, Aaron Goodwin. And he got called for the foul. It wasn't he took too long, it was just a foul. That's Goodwin's third foul, and he's in foul trouble. And the team's 8th. And that's a 1-and-1 situation. They are in the bonus. Oh, they're not going to say it's a foul. Oh, it's skates. Team with control. Off a offensive foul, they can't go to the line on an offensive foul. Okay, we had to review the rules there, but of course but it's going to be a possession, so Winooski does get the ball back. We got the best seat in the house here, right by courtside, so we get to hear the referees and the coaches. And now it's Mayaj. Mayaj tries for three off the iron, swoops in to follow the shot, but couldn't quite get it. And now they're going to grab on the fast break as it's Goodwin. Back to Steele. Inside for Trio and laying it up and in. Oh, what a bad ticky-tack play. Bellevue lays it up and in. Tic-tac, that ball from the center court did not touch the ground. Tic-tac-toe. And now coming over to the corner for Mayaj. Mayaj holds. Goes down for Ibrahim. Ibrahim holds and tries to drive baseline, but turned back around. And back it goes again. He still holds, looking for somebody to go to, and he stepped on the line. He's hanging a little bit too close to that far side, and now we're going to have a whistle. And they have to inbound on that far side, but he'd stepped on that line on that far side, right in front of the Danville Den, they like to call that place now. I used to call them the Bleacher Creatures, but they're the Danville Den. Over on the right side. Now popping it up is the nice shot is Brigham, as he just popped it off the pass from White. Now Mayaj comes across the timeline and bounce passes it back over for his brother, Mayaj. He lays it up and in. And nice play by Mayaj getting the shot. And it's now back to a 10-point lead for Danville, 30-20 with 2:45 left. Steele goes over the left-hand side for Bellevue. Back to Steele, back to Bellevue. They're just playing pass now inside for White. Back to Brigham, and he tries to make the pass, and it's blocked by Ibrahim and goes out of bounds. And now we're going to have a substitution as Chamul checks back in, getting a breather, and sitting down will be the freshman Brigham. He's a big kid for a freshman. He's going to be a big boy by the time he gets to be a senior. And Tito gets the inbounds. He posts up, tries to put up, can't. Oh, that was a double dribble. Yeah, they're going to call that 100% of the time. Oh, he just stopped, and then he dribbled again. That's a double dribble. Yeah, that was. Tito's kind of looking. He's kind of looking, and yeah, that is definitely a double dribble. It's going to be McIver coming across the timeline. The intercept. Oh, it was tipped by Bellevue. Bellevue made a great play, but it goes out of bounds on that far side. And it will be Saladi Mayaj looking inbound. He inbounds it and trying to drive in the hole, but no good. Rebound pulled down by Danville. Loose ball, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Winooski ball. Boy, it's been a fast-paced game here today. 2:17 left in the first half. 30-20, Danville leads. And it's going to be Saladi Mayaj looking to inbound. He inbounds it for McIver. McIver dribbles over to his right-hand side as the fans start to whoop it up here. Gets it over for Mayaj. Saladi rolls it in out to the corner to Ibrahim. Inside for Mayaj. Mayaj running one-hander. No good. Rebound. And it's going to go out of bounds. No, they're going to call a foul on that. No. Yep, they're going to call a foul on that. Offensive foul. And the foul's on number 13. That's Mayaj. Nope. Let's see what they got to give here. That's Mayaj. That'll be his third foul. And we're going to have some substitutions as Baseman checks in for White for Danville. And checking in is Hussein Amori for Winooski. And it's going to be coming by the pedestrian coming across the timeline is Bellevue. Bellevue goes over to Baseman. Inside for Chamul. Back to Baseman. Baseman takes a couple steps in. He's loses the handle to it, but Steele is back to cover. Steele back to the circles. Left-hand side. Inside for Chamul. Back for Baseman, who's up and in. Nice backdoor pad. Good passing. Good passing by Danville. They are really impressing you. They're doing some good play here with a minute 30 left. 32-20. Danville leads. And now comes back over for Ibrahim. Ibrahim holds. Ibrahim tries to dribble inside, stops, gets it back outside for McIver. McIver over to the corner for Amori. Amori hands it out to Mayaj. That's Saladi. Saladi looks to drive in the baseline, and he tries to go in, and he's fouled, and that'll be a two-shot foul. And it'll be Saladi taking the free throws. And the foul is on Baseman. That's his second. Team's ninth, and going to the line to shoot two will be Saladi Mayaj. He has a three-pointer already in this game. And waiting on the right-handed shot. Right-handed is up and off the back of the iron. No good. Minute 10, 32-20. Danville leads this one. As we stick around at the half, we'll have the out-of-town scores. And the second shot is up and good. And it'll be Danville ball. Is coming across the timeline is Bellevue. Bellevue, rather pedestrian, going across, gets Chamul back to Steele. Over to, and back inside for Chamul. Boy, fast passing. I can't even keep up. Here's long three-point shot attempt by Bellevue. Bellevue doesn't get it, but follows up his shot. He lays it up, and Tito Chamul is there to follow it up and put it in. Boy, Danville passes fast. It's so hard to keep up with them. Now coming across the timeline is McIver. Back to Mayaj. Mayaj dribbles over to the right-hand side. Looks around. Tries to drive baseline. Pulls it up, and he traveled. Yep, he shuffled his feet. He did the NBA shuffle. 34-21 with 35.2 seconds left for Danville in this half. they get the ball, it'll be Bellevue. Gets it to Steele as he walks across the timeline. Over to the corner. Back outside for Steele. Inside for Chamul. Chamul back outside for... Well, back and forth they go. It's a really quick pass. Back to Sinclair. Now back to inside for Chamul. Chamul back outside for Steele. Steele over to the corner. Back to Chamul. Chamul from the foul line. Oh, almost a travel there, but he puts it up and no good. Rebound. And Sinclair has it. Now Steele gets it from the corner. Steele puts it up and a nice touch by Ian Steele. And Steele has impressed me. He has sweet touch with 2 seconds left. One at the buzzer. No good by Salahadi. But a very fast-paced game for Danville as they have just put up quite the performance here. As right now at the half, it's Danville 36 and the Winooski Spartans 21. Let's take a look at the scoring as the halftime show is brought to you by Lyndonville Agway. Lyndonville Agway knows winter has its challenges and they just got just what you need for winter. Pick up your pet safe ice melt, keep your walkways safe, plus keep your pets safe as well. Plus snow shovels, roof rakes, and now add a hat, vest, and gloves to keep you warm. We all know it's been cold this winter. And don't forget your coats for your pets as well, because they deserve to be warm as well. All winter long, be sure to shop at Lyndonville Agway, exit 23 off of I-91 in downtown Lyndonville, Vermont. And now, take a look at the scoring for the Winooski Spartans coming in. Saladi Mayaj came off the bench. He has 4 points in this one. And his older brother, Mayaj, he has a total of 6 points. McIver has 3. And Ibrahim is the top scorer right now with 8 points in this game. He has 2 3-pointers in this. He's been impressive from outside. They take a lot of 3-point shots. As right now, they've had 3 3-pointers in this game. And speaking of another 3-point, Danville's been putting up threes as well. Right now, Tito Chamul has 6 points. Brigham has 2. Bellevue has 2, and that one shot he made was off some great passes back and forth. Ball didn't even touch the court from about center court, just quick passes. Baseman has 2 points. And also Tim White, who had a great first quarter, he sat on the bench most of that second quarter, but he has 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 points. But the leading scorer in this game is 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points right now is Ian Steele. The wonders of live radio, 14 points for Steele right now in the half. So this one's turning out to be a good offensive game for Danville. I've been real impressed. They are really a high-tempo offense. I've been watching St. Johnsbury Academy play a lot this season, and they play a very slow-tempo, defensive style of game. Ball control. Danville, the minute they get the rebound, they're pushing up the court. They're flying. So that's how that goes. And right now, taking a look at some of the out-of-town scores. Right now, the Woodstock Wasps and the Hartford Hurricanes are tied at 43 with 5:13 left to play. That one's coming up with a game. Poultney wins their game 56-39. And right now with 2:38 left, it's Rice up on South Burlington 55-48. As this one is at some of the out-of-town scores right now. And at the half, Spalding leads Burlington 30-24. And that is your out-of-town score for the high school's line of things. Taking a look at some of the college games out right now. Number 25, Buffalo, losing to Toledo right now in the second half. They're just underway in the second half, though, 50-46. Right now in Ivy League action, it's Yale over Columbia. They're just starting the second half as well, 50-34. Brown over Cornell, 39-35. They're in the second half. And as we take a look at some other games around in the Ivy League, right now, in this midway through the second half, it's Penn over Dartmouth, 61-60, and Harvard over Princeton, 46-45. They're just starting the second half, and that is your Ivy League. Look at the Ivy Leagues. Not a lot of Division I college basketball today for obvious reasons. The big games, the big boys are tomorrow, so we'll definitely try and keep you abreast of that one. Take a look at scores from the Ligue Nationale de Hockey from our French-Canadian friends up there, picking us up on some weird atmospheric bounce. The Rangers are up on the Sabres right now in the second period, 3-1. Goals from Nieves, Fast, and Vesey. And the Buffalo goal was scored by Jeff Skinner. Meanwhile, in the first intermission, down in Carolina, the Carolina Hurricanes / Whalers, they're up right now, 2-1 over Edmonton. Niederreiter and Walmart the scores for the Hurricanes, and Draisaitl is the scorer for the Edmonton Oilers. And what's wrong with Edmonton? What happens? They looked so good on paper, but they've been shell-shocked this year. So just what the Bruins do play at 10 p.m. tonight out in Anaheim to face the Ducks. Did you see on the video the Mighty Ducks made an appearance? And I'm not talking about the old Anaheim Mighty Ducks. We're talking the Ducks from the movie Mighty Ducks. They had a bit of a reunion, as it was Disney Mighty Ducks Day at the arena in there in Anaheim. So they brought back a lot of the members. No, Charlie wasn't there, so oh well. But a lot of the guys there. Not even Goldberg wasn't even there. The goaltender. Gotta love that. Gotta give it up for the big goaltender. All right, let's take a look at the rankings right now in the various divisions in high school basketball. Let's bring it over to the boys Division 4 right now. Right now, Danville's at the 3 spot. Twinfield at top. Let's start with the top 5. Sharon Academy's at 5th. Polteny at 4th. Danville at 3rd. Twinfield 2nd, and Proctor High School at 10 and 5 right now at the number 1 spot. So bit of a log jam right now with the top 5 spots. Everybody's pretty close. In Division 3, top 5, Windsor at 5, Thetford Academy at 4, People's Academy at 3, Hazen Union at 2, and Williamstown at the number 1 spot. Take a look at the Division 2 standings right now. At the number 5 spot, Montpelier High School, Mount St. Joseph's Academy at 4, U32 at 3, Mill River at 2, and Lake Region, they're looking good at the number 1 spot, but Mill River's beating on the door. They're only about a half a point behind them. So that looks pretty good coming down the stretch. And in Division 1 boys basketball right now, number 5 Rutland, number 4 St. Johnsbury Academy, coming off a big win the other day. They're at number 4. Middlebury at 3, Mount Mansfield at 2, and Rice in their customary number 1 spot. That doesn't surprise me at all. Take a look at the 4 divisions of top 5 in girls basketball. Right now in Division 4, the number 5 spot, Mid-Vermont Christian Academy at the 5 spot, West Rutland at 4, Mount St. Joseph's at 3, Proctor at 2, and Blue Mountain Union at 1 at 15 and 1. Danville girls, though, right at the number 6 spot, so they're beating down the door. They could get a number 4 spot or 5 spot coming up. At Division 3 right now at number 5, People's Academy. Number 4, Green Mountain High School. Windsor School at number 3, Hazen Union at 2, and Thetford Academy at number 1. They've been looking really good at 15 and 1 right now. In Division 2, Fairhaven Union at 5, Randolph at 4, Lake Region at 3, Enosburg at 2, and Mount Abe at number 1 at 15 and 2. They've looked pretty good at Division 2 right now. And taking a look at girls basketball, Division 1. At the number 5 spot, Rice Memorial High School. Number 5, Mount Mansfield, I stand corrected. Number 4, Rutland. Number 3, Bellows Fall Free Academy, or BFA St. Albans at the 3 spot. St. Johnsbury Academy at 16 and 1 at the number 2 spot. And right now, Champlain Valley Union 17 and 0, number 1. And right now, it's basically a battle between St. Johnsbury and CVU for the number 1 spot. Those 2 teams are just dominating Division 1 right now. And, well, the 2 teams will meet again. The only close game these 2 schools have had were against each other. It was a 49-40 win by CVU back early part of January. And we heard that game here on WSTJ. But the 2 schools meet again tomorrow afternoon. This one at CVU. I wish I could go to that game, but it's going to be a good one as St. Johnsbury Academy and CVU, the class of girls basketball right now in the state of Vermont. And it looks like those two could possibly meet again at Patrick Gymnasium. That'd be the third straight year these two schools meet. So I'm really looking forward to possibly getting some good playoff run by St. Johnsbury Academy girls. But there's some teams that can give some scares. BFA St. Albans can give some scares. And as well as in the boys category of Division I, could be some very interesting. There's a lot of teams that, well, Rice, of course, is 12-1, but St. Johnsbury Academy at 11-4, they've been competitive. They've beaten some very good teams, but they're rather up and down all season long. But when they're on, they're on. So it's going to be a very interesting coming down the stretch for both schools. About 3 weeks left in the boys' season, 2 weeks left in the girls. So it's going to be very interesting coming down the stretch. Both teams have finished up their halftime warm-ups and halftime speeches. You're Danville, keep doing what you're doing. You're getting the opportunities to shoot and you're making them. And you're also doing really well on the offensive side. And Winooski, they're keeping involved here. They're getting the shots. They're getting the high percentage shots. They're just not making them. And so they've got to get their shooting down. We're just about ready as Danville will be going from right to left. Or from the big numbers to the little numbers across your radio dial. It'll be Winooski with the ball as they're going to start. They'll go from left to right, or from the little numbers to the big numbers across your radio dial. It'll be McIver to inbound, the freshman. The 5'8" freshman. He's a big boy for a freshman. And he inbounds it for Mayaj. Looking to drive inside, running one-hander. No good rebound. Getting the rebound is Gordon. He puts it up and he's fouled. And Gordon will go to the line to shoot too. He's been busy. He was on the JV roster in the JV game. And the foul is on Tito Chamul. That's his first, team's first this half. And a final from South Burlington as Rice beats South Burlington 59-51. And this first shot from Gordon is up and off the iron, no good. And it's a final as North Country beat Colchester in overtime in boys hoops, 74-65. Jacob Kokas had 19 points for the Falcons. Second shot is up and no good, and rebound pulled down by Chamul. And he hands it off to Bellevue. Bellevue comes across the timeline. And he sets up at the circles, goes over to his left, passes over to his left, now over to Steele on that far left side. And he dribbles back outside for White, now over to the corner for Bellevue. Bellevue over to White. White had to reach out to get it, but he got it. Now over for Steele. Steele at the circles, tries to drive in, pop, jumper, off the iron, no good. Rebound, Chamul puts it up, no good. And Gordon rips it down. Nice rebound by Gordon. Now over to the corner. And blocked by the coach. And now spin move inside by Dudea. Dudea's shot is up and no good, but rebound pulled down by Gordon. And he puts it up and in, and he gets fouled for his trouble. And the foul is on Cole Bellevue. That'll be his first. And the basket is good. Had to make sure of that. 2-2. And that'll be his. We're waiting on Gordon's traditional three-point shot. And the shot is up and off the back of the iron. No good. And Steele pulls down the rebound as he gets it up for White. White walks across the timeline. White goes over to his left. And back to Steele at the circles. Steele tries to drive inside. Nice backdoor pass, but it's intercepted by Winooski. And the outlet pass was intercepted by Steele once again. Steele over to the corner for Bellevue. Bellevue lays it up and can't get it. Partially blocked. Loose ball picked up by Winooski. And headmans it up for McIver. McIver comes across the right. Head fake, drives inside. Off balance shot, but Bellevue pulls down the rebound. Up for White. Fast break, coming back is Sinclair. Back to White, lays it up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled down by Mayaj. Mayaj up for McIver. McIver drives it back. He puts it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Dudea. And he sets it back outside for Mayaj at the circles. And he tries to drive inside. Underhanded layup, no good. Tipped around, and Chamul pulls it down this time. And he's going to slow down the pace as it was back and forth for about a minute there. Over to the corner for Steele. Steele, blind pass for Sinclair, but couldn't find it. Now back to Steele. Steele back to White. White, off balance shot, but he gets it and puts it in. Tim White with 11 now on the game. And now it's going to be McIver. McIver comes across the timeline. 38-23. Danville leads this one with about just under 6 minutes left in the third. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Bellevue. It'll be Dudea looking to inbound. Man-to-man defense put on by Danville. And it bounces it off a foot. Bounce it off of nice leg save there by Bellevue. And they're going to inbound. Once again, it'll be Winooski ball, and this time it'll be McIver inbounding it on the far side. We're waiting to everybody to set up. Once again, man-to-man defense put on by, except Chamul, who's standing just below the paint. And we're looking to inbound. And they do get the inbound to Mayage. Mayage sets up at the circles. The crossover move at the right-hand side. Spin move in the paint, but can't. Now he drives back inside. Off-balance shot, no good. Tito Chamul pulls down the rebound. He gets it to Sinclair. 3-on-2 break to Steele. Back to White. White pops for three. He hits the three. Oh, wow, that was impressive. 14 points now for Steele. Now coming across is McIver. McIver loses the ball, but back to cover is Gordon, and we're going to get a foul. And that'll go against Sinclair. That'll be his second foul. And they'll be inbounding underneath the basket for Winooski. So it'll be Saladi Miaj checking in. And taking a seat will be Aberdarian Dudea. And looks to inbound, and they do get it to Gordon. Gordon out to the top of the circles for Mayage. That's Saladi. Saladi, the sophomore, sets up and drives over to the right. Back out to Gordon at the circles. Gordon hands it off for Ibrahim. Ibrahim loses the handle to it, but gets it back. He's guarded by Sinclair. And off the screen, tries to drive over to the left-hand side, running on Hender, and he's fouled for his troubles, but the shot was no good. And going to the line to shoot two. And that'll be on Sinclair. That'll be his third foul, and we're going to get a substitution. 41-23, Danville leads, and going to the line to shoot two will be Ibrahim. He has 8 points on the game already. Ibrahim's first shot rolls around, no good. And it'll be Baseman checking in, as well as number 32, that's Brigham, checking in. So it was a Baseman coming in for Bellevue. Baseman getting a lot of court time. And the shot is up and good for the second one. Ibrahim's shot is good. Baseman is also on the roster for the JV squad, but didn't see any action. But he's got a lot of action today. And now back out to Brigham. White for three, off the back of the iron, no good. Baseman gets the rebound. Back inside for Chamul. Chamul over to the corner, back door, up and good for Baseman. He has 4 points on the game. For the JV, getting some varsity playing time and getting 4 points. As I look over towards his the sidelines where his parents are. They're all smiles. And now gets it over for Gordon. Gordon hands it off for Mayage. Mayage, he's under pressure. He's double teamed down low. We're going to get a foul. This one will go against Baseman, I do believe. Yep, that is the case. It'll be his third foul. And they'll be inbounding right in front of me here. So I always say, best seat in the house. And they inbound it and picked up. Ibrahim fires from the corner. No good. Rebound pulled down by Chamul. Chamul loses the handle to it. And he hands it out, gets it out to Brigham. Brigham headmans it up for Steele. Steele, crossover move. Over backdoor pass for Baseman, and he lost the handle to it. And he kind of looks at his hands. Oh, what's going on here? 43-24, 4 minutes left in the third. Danville leads this one. He's coming across the timeline. It will be McIver. McIver over the left-hand side for Mayage. Mayage down low for Ibrahim. Ibrahim tries to drive baseline. Tried to make the pass to Gordon, but it was intercepted by by Brigham gets it to White. White, sets one man, faked him out, but Steele got the loose ball back over for Brigham. Brigham from the corner, off the iron, and White leaps out of nowhere and diving towards the bench. Diving towards, I should say, towards the towards the Danville den on that far side, and he was leaping through the air, fully extended, trying to keep that ball out, back in play, but boy, he risked his life there because his face was headed right for those bleachers. That would have hurt. And long three-point shot attempt, no good. Rebound pulled down by Steele. Headman's it up for White all alone, and he lays it up and in. Tim White having an impressive third quarter here as he has 7 this third. Now it's going to be McIver. McIver sets up at the circles, off the screen, goes over to the left-hand side for Ibrahim. Ibrahim for 3, off the front of the iron, no good. Saladin gets the rebound, and he dribbled off his knee and goes out of bounds. And that's going to be, and we're going to get a substitution. It's going to be Chamul sitting down, and it's going to be Bellevue coming in. And now it's to Baseman. Baseman headmans it up, and he heads back to Steele at the circles, goes over to the right-hand side for White. White to the corner for driving inside and blocked, coming out of nowhere. He says, as it was Bellevue coming in and leaping out of nowhere is Mayaj, and he blocked that shot with authority. He said, Now Steele gets the inbounds pass, drives in the lane. Backdoor pass behind the back in the air and trying to get it inside for Bellevue, and he is fouled. And that'll be on Mayaj, I do believe. That'll be his 4th foul. And coming in for him is number 25. That's Amuri, the sophomore. 45-24. Danville leads with 2:45 left in the third. And looking inbound. It'll be White inbounding as they're trying to clean up some of the sweat down underneath the basket. Get a towel, guys. You're hearing nothing but squeaks as several players and the referee are squeaking the floor. Come on, guys, get a towel out there. That's what the trainer's job is for. All right, trying to get the inbound to Steele. Steele, back out for Belleville, back out for Steele. Steele, crossover move. Over to the corner for Baseman. Baseman to the left-hand side for White. Inside for Brigham. Brigham back outside for Baseman. Baseman thought about the 3, but thought better of it. Now passes it to Bellevue, back to White on that right side. And over to the corner for Steele. Steele going to try for 3, off the iron, and tipped out of bounds. That will go, Danville's way. It's going to be underneath the basket. Last one to touch it was Ibrahim. And Danville gets the ball once again as it's going to be White looking to inbound. White inbounds it to the corner. Back out to Baseman. Pass inside for Steele. Steele over to the corner. Backdoor pass for Cole. Bellevue puts it up and in. Finally gets a nice pass and gets the opportunity. 47-24. Danville leads. Coming across the timeline is McIver. Over to the corner for Amiri. Now back for Ibrahim. Ibrahim tries to drive on the line. He stepped on the line as he tried to go in. No, we're going to get a foul. And the foul looked like he stepped on the line, but actually the foul is going to be on Bellevue. That's his 2nd, team 6th. As they'll inbound right now, it'll be Ibrahim inbounding underneath the basket. And they set up the play. He's got to hurry up, and he gets it in for Gordon. Gordon tries to drive inside in. He traveled. Yep, he took 4 steps on that. As right now, 47-24, Danville leads here. We are 1 minute 53 seconds left in the third quarter. As Brigham gets the inbounds, he gives it back to White. Now back to White, good give and go. Backdoor pass, and Baseman puts it up and in. Another beautiful passing play. Tic-tac-toe. That's impressive. Now it'll be Mayaj comes across the timeline. And tries to drive inside, loses the handle to it, and White comes up with it. White's going to dribble 2 on none with Steele. Steele lays it up and in. That's 16 points that's his first points of the half, Steele. Now it'll be McIver comes across the timeline. McIver goes over to the left-hand side for Mayaj. Mayaj pops for 3. off the iron, no good, and it goes out of bounds. Goes off Steele, so that'll go Winooski's way, and they'll be inbounding underneath the basket here. And looking to inbound it'll be McIver looking to inbound. He gets it to Amiri. Amiri traveled. As a 51-24, Danville leads now. Minute 7 left in the third quarter. As Baseman gets the inbound and he hands it back to back to White. Now back to Baseman. Over to the side for Steele. Steele for 3. Hits the three-pointer. You give him that much room to shoot, he's going to take it. 30-point lead, 54-24. Just under a minute left in the third. Ibrahim. As it tipped out the pass. Goes out of bounds, and that'll be Winooski ball once again. It will be McIver looking to inbound. He gets it to Gordon. Gordon now back to Ibrahim. Ibrahim looks to drive inside but can't. And he tries to drive in. Oh, he found a nice lane in the lane and puts it up and in. Nice play down low by Ibrahim. He's had 11 points so far. He's been playing well. And now it's going to be Brigham. Back to Steele. Over the left-hand side for Bellevue. Back to Steele at the circles. Now right-hand side for Baseman. Baseman long cross-court pass over for White. White drives inside. Tries to get the backdoor pass to Brigham. And he gets it back to White. Now to Steele at the circles. Playing for that last shot with 7 seconds left. Steele holds with 5 seconds left. Back to White with 2 seconds left. Drives the lane. Puts it up and in at the buzzer. Tim White with an impressive third quarter. And right now that's 20. They put up 20 points that quarter. Very impressive performance by Danville, and only 5 points put up by Winooski in that one. And right now Danville running away with this one 56-26. And to let you know, this game is brought to you by Wells River Chevrolet. It's time to drive the all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado at Wells River Chevrolet. It's bigger, stronger, and lighter than the previous generation, with more choices for the capability that you need. If you love trucks, it's time to test drive the all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado at Wells River Chevrolet, exit 17 off of I-91 in downtown Wells River, Vermont. Or you can check out their inventory by going online to wellsriverchevy.com. Before you buy your next, we'll get to that one in just a few after the whistle and the next break. But right now, 56-26. Danville leads this one. Our next game here on WSTJ will be on Monday night. We'll be up at Alumni Gym on the campus of St. Johnsbury Academy. It's the St. Johnsbury Academy Hilltoppers. The boys take on the CBU Redhawks. Girls play tomorrow and boys play on Monday. Tip-off time for that one's at 6:30. Steele gets the inbounds pass as he goes over to Baseman. Now to Brigham on that left side along the baseline. Back to Baseman. Now back to Steele. Back inside for Bellevue. Bellevue back outside for White. White resets the offense as he gets it over to Baseman on that right side. Now Baseman at the circles. Goes over the right-hand side. And now back to the left for Steele. Steele holds. Man-to-man defense put on by Winooski. Steele backs up. And now he dribbles over to his left. And nice pass inside for Brigham. Now to the corner for Bellevue. Bellevue just with the touch and puts it in. 58-26. As now coming across the timeline will be Mayaj. Tries to drive inside, back outside for Ibrahim. Ibrahim looks to go inside. Now back to Mayaj. Mayaj dribbles back to the right-hand side. Goes over for number 3, Abdi, who just checked in. And now off the screen, and we're going to get an defensive foul. Oh, no, an illegal screen. Abdi put an illegal screen on. And now we're getting some substitutions as Tito Chamul checks in, and back in for Danville will be Garrett Sinclair as well. So Sinclair inbounds it to White. White comes across the timeline. He goes over to Baseman on that right side. Now for Steele. Steele for 3. He hits the 3. Ian Steele, impressive here. He must have hit several three-pointers from that right side. Now coming up to Murray. Murray tries to drive inside, and we're going to get a blocking foul down low. That'll go against Danville. And the foul is on about Tim White. That'll be his third. And going to the line to shoot two will be Amiri. And checking in for Baseman is a player we haven't seen yet. Number 11. Oh, no, we have seen Aaron Goodwin. He got a little bit of time in the first quarter. And now waiting on the second shot. Oh, first shot from Amiri is up, and it's a 1-and-1 situation. That shot is up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Steele, and he tries to get it up to White, and White lost control of it and went out of bounds, and it'll be Winooski ball. And inbound for Mayaj. Mayaj over to the corner for Ibrahim. Ibrahim looks to drive inside. He's double teamed down low, caught in the corner, but managed to get the pass off. And Abdi gets it. Oh, Abdi got caught in the backcourt. And I questioned that call. It looked like Sinclair had touched the ball before it had gotten. So that's a little bit of a questionable call, but, well, it went Danville's way, I guess. And now Steele comes across the timeline, gets it over to White, back to Steele on that right side. And now we're going to get a defensive foul on the arm. That will go against Amiri, I do believe. Yep, that's who it is. His first, team's third. Right now, Winooski's in the bonus. Steele gets the inbounds pass. Goes out to the top of the circles for White. Back to Steele. Steele. Now to the corner for White. White drives the baseline. Can't get it. Now to Chamul. Chamul head fakes. Drives in the paint. Through the trees. And he now loses control of the ball. And we've got a travel. Yeah, he did slide a little bit. It's a little slippery down there underneath the basket. Just under 6 minutes left in the ball game. 61-26. Danville running away with this one. As it'll be Mayaj coming across the timeline. Goes over to the left-hand side. Long three-point shot attempt and hit by Ibrahim. Ibrahim's been their best player here today. And now it's going to be White walking across the timeline. And looks to go inside. Gets to Chamul. Back outside for White. White looks to drive inside. Now gets it to Sinclair. Back to Chamul. Chamul. Back pass for White. Now in for... Oh, tried to get it, but it's intercepted by Ibrahim. Ibrahim headmans it up for Abdi. Abdi under pressure, but gets it back to Ibrahim. Ibrahim fires for three. Off the iron, no good. And diving for it. Ooh, that was a big play there. Goodwin battling for it with Amori, and Amori goes sliding out of bounds right into the coach's side there, right in front of their bench. Also, the athletic director of Danville helped him up. And it'll be a foul. That'll be on Goodwin. That'll be his fourth. Minimal time for Goodwin. He's already got four. Right-handed shot is up and no good by Amiri. And now Danville gets it back. It's going to be Goodwin. Goodwin drives in. He slid a little bit. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul, but he lost control of the ball and goes out of bounds. Is Goodwin the designated fouler? Kind of like how I was back in my playing days? I must set the record for the quickest foul out. And coming across the timeline is Mayaj. Over to the corner for Ibrahim. Ibrahim dribbles out to the top of the circles. Ibrahim from way downtown. No good. Steele pulls down the rebound. And now he comes across the timeline. And over to the corner for Sinclair. Back to White. White holds. Still holding. Goes over to the right-hand side. In for Chamul. Chamul back to Steele on that far left side. Steele looks to drive into the baseline, but gets it to Goodwin. Back to White. White over to Steele on the right side. Steele's going to try for the pro line. No good. Tipped around, and it gets his own rebound. Back behind the back pass was intercepted by Mayaj. Mayaj is going to try to drive the floor, and he runs. No, they're going to get a charge against. They're going to get him for the charge, and that is Mayaj's fifth foul. He will foul out of the game, but he's played a good one. And Mayaj fouls out of the game. And checking back in will be McIver for him. But Mayage played a pretty good game here tonight, so he looked pretty good here. 61-29. Danville leads this one with 4:20 left in the ball game. That's the team's 4th foul this half. And White gets the inbounds as he comes across the timeline. Goes over to the right-hand side for Sinclair. Sinclair inside for Chamul. Back to the corner. Goodwin off the iron. No good. Rebound pulled down by Ibrahim. Ibrahim's going to push it up. He headman pass it. Tries to get it up for Amuri. Amuri loses the handle to it. And we're going to get a defensive foul against Danville. And they'll go to the line to shoot 2. Or, excuse me, go down to the... And I believe this is... And it'll be 21 getting the foul on that one. It'll be Sinclair. That's his 4th. And going to the line to shoot 1 and 1 will be Emery. And Goodwin sits down, and checking in for him is Brigham. So 2 players for Danville have 4 fouls, Goodwin and Sinclair. Murray's shot is up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Steele. Steele just jogs across the timeline, under 4 minutes left to play. And dribbles between his legs, gets it back out to White, at left-hand side. Now over to the corner. Brigham hits from the corner. Nice shot. And now it's going to be coming across the timeline is McIver. McIver tries to run through the trees and is intercepted by White. White comes across, long pass, all alone, to laying it up and in is Sinclair. 65-29. And now it's going to be Ibrahim coming across the timeline. Motez Ibrahim comes across and he stops and goes over to the corner, picked up by McIver. McIver looks to drive inside. He puts it up, one-hander, and no good, but he's fouled in the art of shooting, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the foul is on White. That's his 4th. So 3 players for Danville in with 4 fouls. And going to the line to shoot 2 will be McIver. He has 3 points on the game so far. Number 22, shooting 2. Right-handed shot is up and good. And we've got a wholesale line changes here as we'll see number 42, that's Dakota Johnson for the first time. Tito Chamol, Steele, and as well as Sinclair take a seat. And also we see in there is Goodwin and Baseman. And the second shot is up and no good, and loose ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Winooski ball. Was the last one to touch it was Brigham. 3:11 left in the ball game. They're going to inbound underneath their own basket. It'll be McIver looking to inbound. He gets it over for Abdi. And now who hands it off to McIver. McIver holds and looks to try to drive inside, takes a shot at the foul line. Can't, rolls in and out. Rebound picked up by Gordon. His shot is up and no good. And putting it up again is no good and getting the foul. And that'll be a 2-shot foul off of McIver, getting the opportunities here and going to the line to shoot 2.
Guys, got a box out.
And the foul's on Dakota Johnson. Danville's got to learn to keep the fouls down. They have really, in bigger games, they're going to really get into some issues, especially when the playoffs come around. 3 players are in already with 4 fouls. And McIver, first hand shot, right-handed, no good. 35-point lead for Danville with 2:55 left in the ball game. Waiting on the second shot from McIver is up and good. And Johnson's going to inbound for Danville as he gets it to Baseman. Baseman walks across the timeline as he sets up the offense, goes over to the left-hand side for Brigham, and we're going to get a foul. And that one's going to go against Ibrahim. That'll be his 2nd foul. Team's 5th this half. .245 left. We're going to inbound is White. White inbounds it to Baseman. Baseman holds as he comes across the timeline, hands it out to White on the left-hand side. White holds, crossover move, now back over for Brigham. And nice pass in for White, who lays it up and in. It's a battle between White and Steele, who gets the MVP of this game. The way these two guys have been playing. That's going to be shot up and no good from McIver. Long pass up and back, behind the back pass for Johnson, who lays it up and in. What a pass by Baseman. He did this behind the back pass, blind behind the back pass. And now over for Ibrahim, and Ibrahim fouls Baseman down low. But they're going to get a two-shot foul. That's going to go against Baseman. That's his fourth. And now it's going to be Ibrahim going to the line to shoot two. (69-31). Danville leads. First shot is up and off the iron. No good. And we're getting some more substitutions as Goodwin takes a seat, and checking in will be Colby Miller, and Ethan Millen will check in. Millen, junior guard. So all second stringers in for Danville. Shot is up and good from Ibrahim. And it'll be Brigham. Gets it up for Baseman. Baseman looks to drive over the corner. Picked up by Millen. Long shot. Backdoor pass for Johnson, who puts it up and in. Dakota Johnson, the fan favorite. Whooping it up here. Fans getting whooped up. Long three-point shot attempt and no good. Rebound pulled down by Miller. And now he gets it to Baseman. Baseman, long pass. Up for Millen. Over to the corner for Brigham. And we're going to get a foul. Nope, it's a travel there. Miller's dragged his back foot. 71-32 with a minute 28 left. It'll be Ibrahim coming across the timeline for the Spartans. Crossover move. Goes over to the corner. Long three-point shot attempt off the mark, but there to get the rebound and put it up and in is Gordon. And now the full court press put on by Winooski as they're looking to inbound. They do get it to Johnson. Johnson bounces it up for Baseman. Baseman over to the corner for Millen. Millen back to Johnson. Johnson back outside for Baseman. Baseman backs up with a minute left, and we've got a whistle away from the play. And it looks like the coaching staff for Danville is going to get a warning here. And that is the case. Just giving them a warning. They blew the ball, played dead, but Danville gets it back though. Now Millen gets it over for Baseman. Baseman inside for Johnson. Johnson back to Millen. Millen from the corner. He can't get it. And Johnson out of his hands. No, last touched by Amiri, and that'll be Danville ball once again. 44.7 seconds left in the ball game. And now gets it to Millen. Back to Baseman. Baseman looks to drive in the baseline, running one hinder. No good, and pulling down the rebound is Winooski. Up for Ibrahim, and he lays it up and in. 71-36. And now Millen gets the inbounds. He pushes it across the timeline. Crossover move. He gets tripped up, and that will be a foul against McIver. And that'll be his second foul. And it looks like we've got, we have another check-in here. Just looking to see here. Oh. Everybody's still back out there, but it's going to be inbound. Only the 16th foul this half. Winooski, they have not had any foul trouble. And they inbounded for Baseman. Baseman with 20 seconds left. He comes across the timeline. And he gets under screen. He loses control of the ball. Picked up by Gordon. He gets it up for Ibrahim. Ibrahim lays it up and a little too hard, but they end up get the rebound and putting it up and in is Gordon. Gordon with 6. 3-2-1, and that's the ball game. And Danville's going to come up a big winner here as they win this one 31-8. And to let you know that the halftime brought to you by Twin State Ford. Before you buy your next car, truck, or SUV, stop by Twin State Ford. The lot is filled with great deals, and this is the time to buy, because at Twin State Ford, they know price matters. Quick Lane Tire and Auto is the place to go for all your car service needs. They always have super deals on preventative maintenance and a low price guarantee on all tires they sell. Life is better in the Quick Lane. Take a look at the scoring for Winooski. Saladin Milage had 4 points in the game, and his older brother Milage had 6 points in the game. McIver had a total of 5 points in this game, and Gordon had 6 points, and he got all those in the second half. And Ibrahim, he had a total of 10, 11, 12, 13, 17 points. So Ibrahim, the big score for them, with 17 points, and that comes up to 38. Now take a look at the Danville Indians, as coming in is Tito Chamul with 6. And Johnson coming off the bench with 4 points in the fourth quarter. And Brigham having 4. Bellevue with 6. Sinclair with 4. And Baseman coming in with 6 points. Some very impressive passes too. And right now, take a look at the big scores. Tim White with 14, 16, 18, 20 points for Tim White, and Ian Steele coming in with 14, 16, 26 points for Ian Steele. So 26 points for Steele, 20 points for White, but it was a good team performance here by the Danville Indians, and boy, they made a big statement here, as a lot of teams right now, they're ranked number 3 in Division 4 basketball, but a lot of teams don't want to face this team. They're a very high tempo, good, and just need a little work on their defense, because they do play a little bit of a physical game. But definitely they were impressive here tonight at Danville High School. Quality Mitsubishi is the car maker that gives you a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and 5 years of roadside assistance. Plus, you'll get 3 years of maintenance at no extra charge from Quality Mitsubishi, Route 5 in St. Johnsbury. My MVP will go to Ian Steele. Real composed and very impressive performance with his 26 points. Tim White also played a great game, but right now Ian Steele definitely making some great rebounds, playing great defensively, and was their leading scorer with 26 points. Ian Steele, your MVP of the game. Our next game here on WSTJ will be on Monday night. We'll be down at St. Johnsbury Academy's Alumni Gymnasium, as we'll see the St. Johnsbury Academy boys take on the CVU Redhawks. Tip-off time for that game is at 6:30 in St. Johnsbury. Remember to keep an eye on whatever it is you look, whether it's Twitter or NSN or what have you. Keep track of the girls' game. Should be a good one, as the girls play tomorrow against CVU at CVU. That's number 1 versus number 2. So for Mike Plowd back at the studio, thanks for making me sound good like you always do. I'm Tony Whitehill. Once again, a final score here from Danville High School. The Danville Indians up their record to 10-5 as they beat the Winooski Spartans 71-38. I'm Tony Whitehill. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.